40 years ago, the average farmer provided food to feed 50 people in this world. Today, we provide food to feed 155 people.
There's a lot of starving people all over the world, in the United States. And for us to feed everybody, we got a long ways to go, but we can get there if we keep a positive attitude and we all work together as a team.
A successful soybean farmer starts with management, business. It's more than just going out there, planting a seed and harvesting.
As the dynamic of our country changes and the world changes, we've got a big job ahead of us. And we need a voice in Congress and on our local level so that we can have a united front and let people know what we're doing, and what we're doing is good.
Only 1.5% of the population anymore is involved in true production agriculture, and we really need to be advocates for our business if we're going to continue to have the right and the privilege to produce food in a very sustainable and profitable way.
As an individual farmer, I can do the best possible job that I can managing my farm. But there are decisions made outside of my farmstead, past the end of my driveway, by people who many times don't have a hands-on understanding of what the farmer does. And this is where the American Soybean Association comes in as being an advocate and a voice for myself and my neighbors.
All farmers pay the soybean checkoff, and that goes for research, education, all sorts of things. But we need a branch that takes care of legislation, and ASA is that branch. And without that, we would be regulated to death on the farm.
Once you get inside the Beltway, things are different than they are out on the farm. And so we need to really go there and make sure they know what we represent.
We need to have a strong policy voice in Washington, D.C., and whether that be on developing a new farm bill, working on regulatory issues, trying to keep appropriation money for research and development of new products and new types of genomes for the soybean industry. It all has a big impact on being successful. Another thing that the Soybean Association has been doing for over 50 years is international marketing. When we exported 59% of all the soybeans that we produced in the United States last year, international marketing is a very important part in helping to determine the price of your soybeans.
The American Soybean Association is watching for my bottom line while I'm farming, while I'm planting, while I'm doing other things. You know, they're in Washington making sure that we're going to be able to farm next year and we're going to be profitable next year.
The biggest impact that ASA has had on our life is by passing the biodiesel regulations.
The more members we have, the better the association can be, because the more people you represent, the more power you have at the legislative level.
Membership is important as the seeds you select, the fertilizers, and all the other things that you do in your management practices. If you don't stand and represent or become a member of an organization that defends you policy-wise, all the little things that you do aren't that important, because you might lose your markets, you might lose all your rights.
The American Soybean Association is truly the voice for the American soybean farmer. And there's so many times that critical issues come up in Washington, D.C. That we cannot voice because we're out there trying to make a living. And the American Soybean Association is out there being the voice for the American soybean farmer.
I urge every soybean farmer in America to check into ASA. It's a great organization. It doesn't take long to figure out what they're doing for you as far as protecting our rights.
Being a member is so much more than just saying you're a member. We're changing the world, and I literally mean that.